Kia ora everyone, mai hara mai, hello and welcome to the Sky Broadband Rapid League coming your way from the mighty Manawatū Fly Palmy Arena. Week 7 about to tip off. Sal's NBL a little bit later tonight. It's the Jets and the Whai. Hope you're well on the eve of Anzac Day. Justin Nelson with you, sitting right alongside me, Nātu Tofale. And Nātu, out of 1 week into the next week. The games keep coming thick and fast. Hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm well, and kia ora fans. A great game to be part of. And we know the Jets fans have been coming, and we expect another big crowd tonight.
Yeah,
so
we are.
Great.
Eve of a public holiday, of course. The Whai are in town for this one. Let's have a look at the ladder as it stands at the moment in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Look at those Nuggets up and about, 7-2 on the season. Saints move into second. The Giants have lost their last 2 as we look at the bottom half of the ladder. Still a long way to go. Panthers, middle of the table. Sharks holding the ladder up at the moment, 2 and 7. We are looking at the Jets and the Whai. The Jets in 9th. Don't let that fool you. They are in a bit of form at the moment, including Tyson Thata. We'll talk about him in just a moment, but he could set a new record tonight. Starters for the visitors. First of all, the Whai are in town. They're on the double this week in week 7. They are here tonight against the Jets, and then they head further north to take on the Airs on Saturday. This is how they'll line up in this Sky Broadband Rapid League. Thompson, Bazant, Greensell, Brook and Boucher. Plenty of experience there. Yeah,
plenty of experience there. You know, Bazant, he's been around for quite some time, and they'll look for instant offense from him. Boucher and Thompson defense. So this should be an interesting contest.
Tane Bennett coaching the Whai. Congratulations to Coach Bennett as well. Recently announced as the coach of the Tauranga Whai in the Tauihi competition later this year. So we wish him well. Let's have a look at the Jet starters for this one. They're in their camo green. Wonderful uniforms with thanks to New Balance. Thata Paese, Wynyard, Pern, Lambert and Madam Benazzo. Let's talk about Tyson Thata Paese. He's averaging 17 points a game in this competition. Quite remarkable. Remember, they're only 16-minute games. He set a new record, 26 points, all-time single-game scoring record, 26, last time out on this floor. And if he scores 14 points tonight, he'll become the first player in the Sky Broadband Rapid League men's competition to reach 300 points. He's dynamite.
I think he'll hit that 14 points tonight. This is an interesting contest because the Whai are great defensively, and obviously the Jets are high-octane offense, especially with Thata Paese. So look for the Whai to take his looks away, keep the ball out of his hands, and they believe they can indicate his effectiveness in the game. But 14 points for him. I think he'll get that tonight. I'm
going to bring up something else on Tyson in just a moment. Before that, let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head for this one between the Jets and the Whai. Sky Broadband Rapid League, they're both at a 3-2 split over their last 5 points per game. You spoke about that, Nātu. The Jets score a little bit more. They take a few more shots. And keep an eye on Thata Paese and Jaden Bazant. They look to be the 2 players that will stand out in this one. Rightio, not too far away from a start here at Fly Palmy Arena. Thursday night action, Sky Broadband Rapid League first. Sal's NBL later tonight. Have a look at that. That's Tyson Thata Paese. He's one of these players that is rocking out with 2 different shoes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Looking like it to me. He's either packed...
It's all about the fashion, mate.
Well, it's either fashion or he's packed one of each in the kit bag and rolled up here with the different look. I'm sure it is part of the fashion. Let's have a look at the Barter Card officials, Sam Pan, Hayden Pipe and Elijah Mareko about to get us underway. Big one in the Sal's NBL tonight. The Jets on a bit of a run now, 5-4 on the season. They win tonight, they move further up into that top 6. But such is the closeness of this competition, Nātu. If the Jets go down tonight, they could drop to 8th on the ladder in the Sal's NBL. Mind you, the Whai lose tonight. They're coming off a loss as well against the Sharks, but they lose tonight in the Cells NBL. They could drop to 6th. So it's always moving. We're underway. Sky Broadband Rapid League first up. 4 by 4 minute quarters. Only the players coming off the bench in the Cells NBL tonight are on display right now. Fantastic competition. Jaden Bazant gets us up and running.
Great handoff there from Denham Brook, and Jaden just does what Jaden thinks. Foul line free throw shot.
Bread and butter for him. Tauranga running straight into Denham Brook there. Battles after it, gets it back. Madam Benazzo, he looks to go underneath Jaden Boucher, who was equal to the task defensively. Tauranga now on Denham Brook. Tough shot over the top. Bangs it in for 2. How on earth did he do that? I'll tell you what, Denham Brook didn't do a lot wrong. Through hands. Greensell, corner 3, misses that. Paese had it. Denham Brook came in and took it away. Here's Jet Thompson now. Shot clock at 9. Denham Brook loves a triple. That one a little bit short. Wynyard for rebound number 1. One of the best rebounders in this competition too, Natu, is Totoko Wynyard. Madam Benazzo.
Gets it.
Late foul called there. Well, not late, late on the drive. And he's rewarded. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. They've got a good mix, haven't they? A really good blend, this Jets team.
Yeah, they do. They've got size, and then the guards, the playmaker guards who can make plays, make it all happen for them as well.
I know they're 3 wins and 6 losses, but 4 of those 6 losses come at a combined total of 6 points, I think it is. It's not much, is it? Just shows you that they've been right in it. And probably their 3-6 record doesn't really reflect how good they've been in this Rapid League competition. They are in a bit of form at the moment. Back-to-back wins. Bazant, corner, Boucher, Thompson, Greensell. They've all had a touch of it. Brook for 3. Excellent teamwork. Jet Thompson will come up with it.
Yeah, that's great ball movement. Although he missed the shot, Jet Thompson, great crashing the boards. Easy layup. Jets need to box out.
Oh, he's got a few years of experience now as well, Jet Thompson. In fact, most of these players do. I reckon that 14, you called it. Dead set, it's going to go down tonight as he chases that position as the first player to score 300 points in the Rapid League. Thompson. A reach around foul there from Tauranga. Oh, it's going to count. That will count. Jeez, need to see that again, whether there was a dribble afterwards. Elijah Mareko calling this one. Let's have a look at it again. Oh, I don't mind that. I don't mind the continuation. I'm all for that.
I thought that as well.
It was a clumsy foul.
Yeah.
Unable to convert, Jet Thompson. So 6 apiece. About 1.5 to play in this first quarter here tonight. Sky Broadband Rapid League. Crowd starting to come in. Cells NBL not too far away. Tauranga leaves that one short. Of course, Anzac Day tomorrow. 2 games in the Cells NBL tomorrow. One tomorrow afternoon from Hawke's Bay up against the Bulls. And then tomorrow night down at the Shark Tank on Anzac Day, the Sharks and the Giants, and the Sharkies in a bit of form now too.
Yep, absolutely.
Brook underneath misses that. Battle. And in the end, Lambert comes up with it.
It just shows you that the league is strong. You know, there's a number of teams that can be in that top 6 who aren't in the top 6 at the moment. So,
well, the Shark, that won't count. It'll be a foul before that in baseline. The Sharks last week on the road in the Cells NBL played 2 top 4 teams in the Phi and also the Bulls. They beat the Phi by 6. They beat the Bulls by 43, which is quite remarkable. But you were talking to some of the Phi crew before this game, I should say, and they said, hey, don't sleep on the Sharks. They were good.
Yeah, absolutely. A number of teams you can't sleep on now.
Even the Giants will be an interesting proposition tomorrow night. I believe they've got a couple of players coming into that team. Tata Paese, 3 for him. He's got 7 in this opening quarter now. Absolutely on fire. I believe Kel McRae back for the Giants tomorrow. I say back, first time we see him this season. And I also think the Giants may have a new import tomorrow night. Keep an eye on socials for announcements. They're making some moves. They desperately need a win, the Giants. Right now, though, 10 seconds to play in this opening quarter. Jets by 2. Tata Paese already has 7 in the game. He may add to that now. Pulls up and drains the 3. That's 10 in the opening quarter to Tyson Tata Paese. Wow.
And he was under a bit of pressure there. You know, Jet Thompson's one of the better defenders in the league, and he did a great job of staying tight, staying connected. However, Paese just better offense at the end of the day. Better offense and better defense. So the Jets leading after that first quarter, 11-6.
Just a slight correction. That earlier 3 ball, we thought it was a 3 ball for Tata Paese. It was in fact a 2 foot on the line. So he's got 10 in the opening quarter. 9, I should say. 9 in the opening quarter. Manu Bonanzo, the other scorer, with 2. The large veggie pizza, that's this week's special with thanks to Sal's. $31.99. There's the QR code and online code. You can work all of that out. Bit of a crossover special this week, available till next Tuesday. The large veggie pizza with thanks to Sal's. Tyson Tata Paese, 5 points away from becoming the first player in the Sky Broadband Rapid League to 300 points. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, impressive. He's just been consistent all year long, and he's made some great shots. And it's quite interesting because teams would have built scouts around that and how to take the ball out of his hands so he's not effective.
Only plays 8 minutes a game in the Sal's NBL, and I think that's quite remarkable. He's the leading scorer in this competition and only plays 8 minutes per game.
Yeah.
I've got no doubt there'll be some teams asking questions during the trade window to see if he has any interest at maybe some great opportunity. Mind you, the Jets would be very reticent to let him go. Here he is, the man we're talking of. That one a little bit short to the right. Quickly transition for the Phi. Getting a hand on it, Tata Paese defensively. And a foul in the end by Jaden Boucher.
That first play down out of the quarter, the Jets were looking to get Wynyard involved. Their mismatch on Boucher, but however that didn't work.
There's the foul there. I think Boucher knew that straight away, just stepped into Manu Bonanzo. There's the man we're talking about. He's a dasher, isn't he? The 32-year-old. Will that count? It will. Goaltending. So those two will count, and the Jets are off to a really tidy start tonight, 13-6.
Those two, 1-2 punch, the Jets, Manu Bonanzo and Tata Paese just making it happen.
Speaking of scorers, the Phi tonight without their leading scorer in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, who also happens to be, Jet Thompson for 3, who also happens to be the second highest ever scorer in the competition behind Tata Paese in Tatui Lewis. He's gone for the rest of the season. He's picked up a contract to play 3x3 in China, so well done to Tatui Lewis. That'll be a decent payday, I would have thought.
Yeah, would be. Bit long on that 3 by Jason Pern, however.
Bazant now backs it out. Down by 4, make it down by 4. It stays there as Bazant misses. Manu Bonanzo up quickly. Look out on the trail. One dribble, step to the left. Draining another 3, Tyson Tata Paese. Straight to his teammates on the bench to let them know all about it as well. He is on fire. Bazant for 2. So Tata Paese has 13. Sorry, make that 12. Has 12. The watch tonight is on him reaching 14. Here he is. Still only midway through the second. Downtown, back of the iron. Wynyard had it. Stripped away by Boucher. One of the very best defenders in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, Jaden Boucher. He wanted it there from Denham Brook. Jet Thompson is fouled by Lambert.
Lambert a bit late on that show.
Pretty sure I saw Stacey Lambert earlier on. We've spoken about it before, Natu, lots of fathers and sons coming through the system. Jet Thompson on a heat check. A little foul there off the rebound will go against Jaden Boucher, always competing.
There you go, son of Dylan Boucher. So, yeah, you're right.
Saw Dante Russo-Nance's father here as well.
Sean Nance is here, yeah.
Yeah, watching on. Madam Benazzo pulls it out. Steps back for two. A little bit ambitious in the end, and the Fire will clean that up. 1:16 to play in the opening half here. Sky Broadband Rapid League Sal's NBL coming up from 7 p.m. local time here in New Zealand. Palmerston North. Beautiful day here today as well. Lovely outside. Greensall, did he keep that? No, he didn't. That's a bit of a blunder.
Yeah.
Mayodo Greensall. Can the Jets add to this 5-point lead? Speaking of clumsy, Pern and Madam Benazzo turned it over. And in the end, Lambert, in fact, Wynyard it was, able to get a hand on that. There is big Totoko Wynyard. There's the hand from the big fella. Speaking of 3x3, his brother's a good 3x3 player, earning good money over in China, isn't he?
Yep.
Hope he's well. Ty Wynyard. And we're back at 3 off that basket. Game on. Paese, they're all chasing him. Here is Wynyard inside. Did really well. Fancy footwork there from Totoko Wynyard.
Good recognition by Fata Paese, and Mizzy passing across to Kaya Lambert, who made the pass to Wynyard. And there's a nice running little hook, shall we say, hook.
And we're back at 3. Both teams have their BNZ player timeout alive for this opening half. Shot clock turned off. Down to 5-4. Wynyard coming in from the opposite side. Is Pern, won't hit that, and that'll do us. So good opening half of basketball here. Thursday night hoops, the eve of Anzac Day. And it's the home team leading by 3. Jets 18, the Fi 15 leading the way. Tyson Thada Paese with 12 points in that opening half. Good signs for the team in camo. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. And one man just continues to dominate in the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
Tata Paese with 12, Evan Hernando with 4, Wynyard with 2, Jet Thompson with 9, Jaden Bazent with 4, and Greensall with 2. Rebounds, Ty Wynyard with 3.
Ty?
Oh, sorry, excuse me, Toko.
That's all right, all part of the one family we've been talking about, Ty.
Evan Bonanzo 1, Xavier Poon with 1, Hikaya Lambert 1, Thompson with 2, Boucher with 2, Brook with 1, Jaden Bazet 1, and Flavel with 1.
Assists so far, Denham Brook has 2. He leads the way as we continue to go through the Chemist Warehouse stats. No blocks as yet. Let's have a look at the steals. Just Mayodo Greensall with 1. So a 3-point lead for the Jets. It's week 7 of the season, amped April. And there's been Plenty to be amped up about so far. A huge Easter week is past us, and now we roll in to the Anzac Day long weekend. Jets fans always in their green, great to see. 2 games on Anzac Day tomorrow, the Hawks and the Bulls. In the afternoon, the Sharks and the Giants in the evening. Jets are back at home here at Palmy Arena on Saturday. Now, that's an early afternoon game. They take on the Panthers. So they've got back-to-back home games here, the Jets. And they are in some real form right now, up into the top half of the ladder. And there's a growing feeling around Palmerston North that this town is going to be painted green throughout season 2025. Turnover to start the second half. Pern goes it alone off the glass. Too much on it. Look at Wynyard get after it. I think he's fouled there, though.
Yeah, over the back. They'll talk for Wynyard over the back.
You're a former coach here in Palmerston North, Manawatū, with the Jets the last few years. What's it like out on the town? We see the green machine come in here. We see the fans come in wearing their gear. Is there much talk of basketball during the week out on the streets of Palmerston North?
There always is. You know, there's always talk about, you know, who the Jets are playing on the weekend. So there's great support from the community and local businesses as well. So there is always talk about what the Jets are doing and how they're performing. So this year's been a good year for them, and they're playing really well and on a good roll, and that warrants support from the community. And last week's game, we saw about 1,500 people here. So that they're supporting, and that's the one good thing about small provincial towns that have teams in the league.
Well, they've certainly been turning it on. Looked like a travel there against Wynyard. They've certainly been turning it on the last few weeks. Late opportunity there. In fact, tipped in the end by Micaiah Lambert. They had that 1-point loss to the Saints, of course, and then their last 2 after that. They've taken down the Airs and the Hawks. They had a big run of away games to start the season. They're enjoying this patch at home right now, the Jets. Somehow getting it to go, Jet Thompson. That was nice.
Got a 1-point game now.
Pern. Wynyard keeps it alive. Shot clock will continue to tick down. First time we've really seen Tarapaese this quarter. Dear, oh dear. Even Jet Thompson gives him a pat down the court and says, yeah, okay, I'll pay that. That was pretty good. And that's it. So with that, as Denon Brook answers with 3 of his own, Tyson Tarapaese has just gone past 300 points in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. He's the #1 scorer and the first player to go past 300. Congratulations to him. Here he is, looking for more. Step back, step around. This time off the side of the iron. Pretty impressive, isn't it? 300 points. And what are we? 8 weeks or 7 weeks into the second season of the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Played with the Saints last season, of course. Jets this season. But that is impressive. Averaging 17 points a game this season. Already has 15 tonight. Greensall with the job. That's a tough job. For 2. He's got to knock down the arm, and he'll head to the Chemist Warehouse. I know he's playing behind Corey Webster and Dante Russo-Nance, arguably, if not the best backcourt in the competition of the Sal's NBL right now. They're right up there, aren't they? Yeah. Webster and Russo-Nance, averaging about 45 points a game between them. But this man right here, you would think we're going to see him get more minutes in the Sal's NBL, surely.
Especially, Corey Webster's been playing high minutes in the first 8 games that they've had, and managing his minutes to manage his body as well is really important. And he could add some instant offense off the bench for them, and also allow Corey and Dante to get some rest.
Great defense there by Jaden Boucher. Forces the turnover. Margin is 2. Bazant, big steps to the basket, Jaden Bazant.
That was a bit too easy, you know, that turning that corner there. Pern should have, yeah, it's a tough ask to guard Bazant too, because he's a quality guard as well. He's capable of making plays. So, you know, when you give guards like that angles, you know, they attack those angles and they get to the rim.
And while we've been talking about Thada Paesa and his 15 points, as Lambert adds 2 along the baseline, we should also just sing the praises of Jet Thompson. He's got 13 points, has only missed 1 shot. He's taking a break at the moment. Bazant misses that 3, gets it back. Looking to tie it up or go ahead, Jaden Bazant hands it back to Greensel for 3. Boucher with the rebound, and they go again. Bazant. And he's fouled. That'll count. So Jaden Bazant adds another 2. He's up to 8. And he'll go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe with a chance to put the Phi up by a point.
It's good the Phi, you know, looking to get Jaden Bazant the ball so he can just, you know, operate from the perimeter. He scored the last 4 points for the Phi, and he makes that free throw from the Chemist Warehouse.
And the Phi lead by 1. Team merch with thanks to Sterling Sports. Head to the Sterling Sports online shop now through that QR code on screen. And you can purchase some of the best strips this season. Thada Paesa can't score that. And it's the Phi by 1 at quarter time. Speaking of strips, I think this camo uniform for the Jets is selling at high volume through Sterling Sports at the moment. You might want to head in store, either online or maybe even here in Palmerston North, and check out whether you can still grab one of these camo uniforms. They've been very popular.
Oh, they are. Yeah, they're very popular.
Taladzana warming up. The Phi here tonight in the NZNBL, coming off a 6-point loss to the Sharks. Can they bounce back tonight against this high-octane offense of the Jets? FIBA starter, $50 a month for the first 12 months. skybroadband.co.nz. Go and check it out. Bet you Benny the Bear has Sky Broadband back in his cave somewhere. The FIBA starter, $50 a month for the first 12 months. There's Tyson Thada Paesa leading all scorers tonight with 16. Looks like he'll meet his average again. Had 26 points in the Sky Broadband Rapid League last week against the Hawks. A new single game record. No use wearing the normal glasses here at Fly Palmy Arena. Just go and grab yourself some that light up. Have a look at that. Rightio, 1 to play. Here we go. Last 4 minutes of the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Phi by 1. They won that third quarter 12 to 8. Pern, Manawatū for 3. Jets respond.
Great start from the Jets. They're up 29-27.
Looking for their 4th win of the season. Phi came in with 5 wins and 3 losses. Bazant playing really well.
Yeah. Just keep going to the well until it dries. Bazant's just... Yeah.
He's got 11 now. Manawatū, Lambert, Thada Paesa. How about that? He has now hit, what's that, his 4th triple of the game. He's up to 19.
Great hard show there from Kyle Lambert.
Boucher, rare outside shot from him. Manawatū.
Mouth situation in the key.
Fouled there. He's a big unit, isn't he, Totoko Wynyard?
Was he 6'9"?
Yep.
Wide frame, strong, just like his brother. Great seal, great position there.
Really nice young man as well. Always stops and says hello when we're in the house. Manawatū, Jets by 3. Here's the dangerous Tauranga Whai, searching, dumps it in underneath. Lambert can't convert. Who's this come off? It's going to be a 5 ball out of that. Shot clock violation was called in the end. Brook. I think he had 18 in a Rapid League game a week or two ago. Brook, he can certainly light it up. Kazant had that knocked. He'll get it up back. Sends it to the corner. Jaden Boucher. A miss from him. Getting up nice and high. Mike Wade hands it off underneath to Boucher.
Yeah, great pass from Mike Wade. Staying in the play, crashing the boards.
Jets only going with 5 players here in this game as well. Eric Williams Jr. can't play in this competition as an import, and they haven't used Dion Collins at all. So these 5 have played every second. Jet Thompson with the steal. Brook, the rim runner, one into the other. They lead by 1.
It's great hands from Jet Thompson, just read the play. A great pass from Brook for the finish.
And hands again. Thompson with the steal. Boucher back to Thompson, and back-to-back baskets for the Phi. Excellent work. Lead by 3 after a couple of steals. Jet Thompson. Now the Jets to try and steady. Manawatū steps back for 3. Leaves that one short. Just over a minute to play. BNZ player timeout available for both teams. Brook can hit a 3. A lot of space here. Short. And the Jets will get it back. Exactly a minute to play in this Rapid League game. What are your thoughts on the Sal's NBL tonight? Jets in form, the Phi coming in off a loss. It is the second best offense in the competition, the Jets, up against the 11th or second worst offense, but the best defense in the Phi.
It's high-octane offense versus granite defense. So,
guess who that was? Tyson 22 ties it up. Bazant for 2 is fouled. Almost took your wind away there, Natu, with all of that happening. The game tonight, what are your thoughts, the Jets and the Phi?
Yeah, I actually feel the Jets are going to get this one. They've played really well. They've got some momentum after two home wins. And more importantly, you know, Corey Webster, Mike Gibson playing well, Dante Rousseau and Nance's playing well. Coach Webster's got his rotations going really well. Yeah, I think the Jets will get there. I reckon offense will win over defense tonight. That's all still to come in the Sal's NBL. Right here on Sky Sport. Manawatū, what a pull-up too that was. Sweet, ties it up at 37 apiece. BNZ player timeouts will come into play here, no doubt. 22 seconds. Shot clock is 4 seconds inside. Sorry, game clock is 4 seconds inside. Shot clock. Counting down. Thompson can't hit it. Loose ball. Oh, they get it back. That is a big offensive rebound. And they should score underneath. Oh. Timeout called? Yes, they've called it in time. The BNZ player timeout. Massive chance goes begging for the Phi there. I think I twisted it around. Shot clock was inside the game clock. And we've got a BNZ player timeout. 4 seconds it's showing, but I think it's going to come inside that. It's going to be 1 second. There's Totoko Wynyard yelling it out straight away. Has to be the player with the ball who calls the player timeout. With thanks to BNZ, scan that QR code, fill in your details, and you could win some tickets to the Sal's NBL. Wonderful program with thanks to BNZ. The ticket to the big game. Advance ball for the Jets and 1 second. Otherwise, we go to overtime. The Phi had a massive chance to win the game. Who do they go to here? Look out for a couple of screens up high.
Jet Thompson is all over Tyson Thadapeese. Screens are set. Thadapeese comes off. He's double teamed. Oh, Wynyard right there. But Denham-Brook met him. Is that going to count? Is that goal interference?
Well,
I reckon that hit the glass.
I mean,
did he get a hand on it before that, though? Here we go. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Ball comes in. Oh, yes. That's goaltending. That is goaltending. And it's not. It's going to be a jump ball. So it's going to be overtime. That hasn't counted. Certainly looked like goaltending on our GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. How did you see it?
Yeah, well, we have that advantage. We get to see the replay. The referees don't get to see the replay, so tough one for the ref.
So overtime, 1 minute, starts with a jump ball. No BNZ player timeouts here. Turnover. And now the Phi with the chance. Bazant searching. Jet Thompson's been terrific. Oh, pass to the corner, gave up the shot.
Yeah. He got a nice paint touch. He was in there, had position.
And I think from memory, it was Jet Thompson who had the chance to win in regular time. Well, certainly involved in that play. So a couple of opportunities for the Phi go begging. What do the Jets do here? Manawatū. Thadapeese, long way out. Just too deep in the end, back of the iron. And we're down to 16 seconds. That's how quickly overtime is in the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
5 flattening out, and it's Jaden Bazant time.
Xavier Pern with the defensive job. Down to 4, down to 3, down to 2 for the win. Short on the iron, and we are headed to overtime number 2, because there cannot be a BNZ player timeout. So I think the officials have just realised that, and we are headed to timeout number 2.
Overtime number 2.
So no BNZ player timeouts in overtime of the Sky Broadband Rapid League, and that is why we're headed to overtime number 2. Wynyard thought he called for a player timeout. No score added in that minute, by the way.
Yeah.
37 apiece. We do it all again. Thadapeese. Game high scorer. Has that come off his leg? No, it's a Phi ball. Almost looked like it came off his knee there, didn't it? Jets still in possession. Shot clock at 15.
Here he comes.
Look at Jet Thompson chasing him. That's a tough shot in the end, front of the iron. Thompson comes up with it. Had Wade out to his right, goes back to Bazant. Bazant on the drive. Has that come off the leg of Bazant? It's going to be a Phi ball. I reckon that was close as well.
That was close. I thought it came off Jaden Bazant's leg, but however.
Here's Denham-Brook. Still no score added. One basket might do it here. Bazant for 3. Down it goes, Jaden Bazant. Is that the dagger? Can the Jets respond? Double overtime, Sky Broadband Rapid League. Manawatū inside. Wynyard off the glass for 2. Still in it, down by 1. Shot clock will be turned off here. Fouls to give. There's one of them. That's the first team foul. So, of course, shots don't come up until the third team foul. So let's see what happens here. It's going to be a Phi ball, 8 seconds. Jets have to get right up and in here.
Yeah, they should be denying the pass, switching on every pass, and on every screen as well, and trying to get in the passing lanes if they can get a deflection to get possession back. If not, they got a foul.
Might actually be on the second foul. So they reach in now, because it's only 1 minute overtime, of course, and that might be shots. So 5 seconds left in the game. Remember, no BNZ player timeouts in overtime of Rapid League. So if the Phi score 1 or 2 here, Jets are going to have 5 seconds to rebound, get the ball up the floor, and either shoot to tie or shoot to win, depending on these shots. First one is good. Need a 3 at the other end to win it. Bazant has 17.
Yeah, things that you work on in practice, you know, time and score, 5 seconds to go. They should have a play.
Well, here we go. They need 3 to tie it. There's a foul. Jaden Boucher. They had 1 to give. Yep, they had 1 to give. They foul again. It'll put them to the line, which isn't the end of the world.
No.
Margin at 3. Phi lead. 3 seconds. Ball in. There's the foul. So that'll put Madam Bonanzo, I think, to the line now. Second foul in overtime.
No, that's...
If we've got that right, or is it still the 3? We're a little bit confused as well. 2 seconds to play.
They're in the penalty now. They can't foul.
Tarapayese got the shot up. Bit of contact there, no whistle, and that'll do us. So out of all of that, the Phi take the win, 42-39. Good contest.
Yeah, it was a good contest. You know, Tarapayese, you know, created history. First player to get to 300 points in Rapid League. Close game. Jaden Bazant, he came to the party in the second half. You know, it seemed as though every time he had the ball in his hands, you know, they were scoring and he was scoring at will. So the Jets would be disappointed with the defensive effort on Jaden Bazant and getting that right. However, the Phi come away with a 3-point win, which would be Tane Bennett would be really happy about that. Let's have a look at the points. Tarapayese 22 points. Ebenanzo 9, Wynyard 4, Lambert 4 for the Phi. Jaden Bazant had 18, Jed Thompson with 15, Boucher with 4, Brook with 3, Greensill with 2.
Yeah, I thought Thompson was really good with his 15 points. He had 3 rebounds as well. Wynyard had 7, Boucher had 6, Lambert had 6 for the Jets. Let's have a look at the assists with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Boucher and Lambert with 3 apiece. Boucher always up and about, isn't he? Tarapayese with the 1 block. Steals. I want to have a look at Jed Thompson here on the steals, Natu. Only credited with 1. Well, I thought he had at least 2 good ones.
Yeah.
All of the stats with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. So what a start tonight, Thursday night hoops. A double overtime thriller in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. The Phi take the win, 42-39. And now we look ahead to the Sal's NBL this evening, right here at Fly Palmy Arena. Coming your way live from 7 p.m. local time here in New Zealand. The Jets and the Phi. Sal's NBL, we'll see you shortly.
How are we doing out there, Palmy? Make some noise. Let's put our hands together for Tauranga Whai. All right, kids, just stand there, please. Give the guys some room to come out. All right, Mikey. Oh, sorry. Palmy, how are you doing out there? Let's make some noise for your property brokers, chicks. All right, let's try again. Make it a little louder. Let's make some noise. Come on. Tens to benches, please. Tens to benches. Tens to benches, please. Introducing your starting five for the Tauranga Whai. Number 1, Chris Jones. Number 5, Cruz Pero Hunt. Number 7, Sean Grasto. Number 42, Taylor Zana. Number 27, Hara Hopui. Coach Matt Lacey and assistant coach Carney Bennett. Let's put our hands together for the fly. And introducing your property brokers Jets. Your starting five. Number 2, 6'6" shooting guard out of the state of Virginia, USA, Miles Gibson. Number 3, 6'9" centre hailing from Wellington, New Zealand. Put your hands together for Isaac Miller Jose. Number 4, at guard duties tonight, out of Auckland, New Zealand, let's welcome 6'3" guard, Dante Russo-Nance. Number 9, running point and standing in 6'2", out of Auckland, New Zealand, please welcome Corey Webster. Number 25, 6'8" from Michigan, USA, our captain. Let's show some love, Palmy, for Kenny Goins. Our head coach, Tony Webster. Assistant coach, Tim McTamney. Our trainer, Claire Maxwell. Manager, Renee Barber. DJ, Mikey J. Benny the Bear, mascot here. And of course, Amazania, welcome to the hangout. Make some update with both teams.
Kia ora everyone, no mai, hara mai, hello and welcome. Thursday night hoops in the NZNBL, the eve of Anzac Day. Great to have you with us, week 7 of season 2025. And we're in the hangar, Fly Palmy Arena. Team in form, the team in green, the property brokers Manawatū Jets tonight up against the Northern Group Tauranga Whai. I hope you're well, wherever you may be watching right around the world. Sky Sport here in New Zealand, ESPN throughout the United States. Hello to all of our fans for the first time tonight through China. Hope you're well. And also worldwide on FIBA YouTube. Justin Nelson with you, Natu Tofale as well. And just like that, we're back at the hangar with this exciting, high-octane offensive team, the Jets, to take on the best defensive team in the competition, the Whai. Hope you're well, Natu. This is who the fans are going for tonight. Definitely favouring the Jets. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I'm picking the Jets to win, get up tonight. I think offense will win over defense. But however, I'm still keen to see how the Whai come out and defend both Dante Russo-Nance and Corey Webster in on-ball situations. That's going to be interesting because if they get some parity there and they get over the top of them there, they can, cause some problems. So the defense could be problematic for the Jets. However, you never know. I mean, Mike Gibson's been playing well. They seem to have a rhythm going, the Jets. Coach Webster's got a rotation that he's settled on, and they're playing really well. So the Whai will have to play better on offense. I mean, offensively they're the second worst team in the league, so that doesn't help them. However, like I said, if their defense is constant in this game, they do a job, they'll get there.
Here's the Sal's NBL ladder as we head into week 7. This is the opening game of week 7. Saints out on top, the 12-time champs looking good. The Jets sitting in 6th, and if they win this one tonight, they will jump further up the ladder. If they lose tonight, they actually could drop down as low as 8th. There's the bottom half of the table at the moment. Giants and the Panthers still searching for their first wins of the season. Games coming up, busy times as always. Anzac Day tomorrow. 2 games coming your way tomorrow. It's going to be a big day. Mid-afternoon game, the Hawks at home to the Bulls. Both of those teams coming off a loss, so that's going to be interesting. Tomorrow night, Anzac Day, the Sharks at home to the Giants. Expect a big crowd. The Sharks headed home after a fantastic week on the road. 2 wins against top 4 teams. Their season is back up and running. Jets at home on a Saturday. That's an early start against the Panthers. Tuatara take on the Rams Saturday afternoon. I can tell you that Saturday night, the Airs are at home to the Whai, and 2 games on Sunday, the Saints and the Hawks, and the Nuggets and the Giants. So much basketball. Let's have a look at the Whai and the way they'll start tonight. Jones, Pero Hunt, Bairstow, Hopoi and Zana. And as we've already spoken about, Natu, they are the #1 defensive team in the competition. They're going to have to bring that tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have to bring that, add some energy. And, I was expecting a bigger crowd here tonight. Maybe everyone's gone away for Anzac.
Quick break.
However, like we said with the Whai, as long as they can compete defensively, that stays constant. Offensively, they're just going to have to get points on the board, and they'll have to look to Jones. They'll have to look to Parrot Hunt and Bairstow. And young Carter Hawpoi, who I think is, the pick of the young players for me this season. He's been playing phenomenal basketball for their group.
Well, you mentioned Sean Bairstow. I had the chance to catch up with him a short time ago. Here he is. Sean, a little bit of a hiccup last week. What's the team been talking about heading into this one?
Just playing with more energy, playing without fouling. Those have been the main two things. And then just being on the same page, communication-wise as a team. Getting organised offensively and defensively, but it's been the focus. #1
defensive team of the competition, but you're coming up against some real firepower tonight. Miles Gibson, Corey Webster, Dante Russo-Nance. How do you go about stopping them?
Well, I think we got a pretty good game plan in place, so yeah, you'll see.
And the feeling amongst the group, it looks like a really well-disciplined team. Talk us through Matt Lacey and his impact on these players individually and collectively.
Yeah, I feel like Matt does a good job of putting everyone kind of in the right spots and playing to their strengths. So we've got a well-connected team that likes to play the right way, so everyone's on the same page with that and, makes basketball fun.
Big game for both teams tonight. Best of luck.
Yeah, appreciate it, mate.
Well, there's Sean Bairstow. Looking forward to seeing him in action tonight. He is a pivotal player for the Phi. Let's have a look at the Jet starters tonight. They're in a bit of form here on their home turf. Russo-Nance, Webster, is it the best backcourt in the competition? Arguably, you would say yes. Miller Jose has come into this starting lineup in recent weeks and is doing his job. Miles Gibson, what a player he is. Look out for him tonight. And Kenny Goins as well. This is a nice starting unit, Natu.
Yeah, absolutely. There's good chemistry with this group. And the thing about it is, if Webster has a quiet quarter, you've got Gibson and Goins who can go off offensively. So they've got a really, Coach Webster's settled on a starting five. He's settled on his second unit, and they're playing really well.
Well, young Kiwi Isaac Miller Jose is back in the country, and he has moved his way into the starting unit with the Jets. Let's go and have a chat with him. Isaac, Jets in a little bit of form right now, and I've got a nice little run here at home as well. How's the team feeling coming into tonight's game?
I think we feel confident. I think I've only been with the team for a couple of weeks, but we're really gelling and sort of hitting our stride just as we're coming into the middle of the season. I expect good things going forwards.
You guys can certainly score. You are coming up against the best defensive team in the competition tonight. How do you combat that?
Well, obviously we have a lot of weapons. Everyone knows the names, but I think we just have a lot of different things that we can go to on offense. For us, it's always the defense that lets us down. It's something that we've been working on every single practice, and hopefully we can correct those little mistakes, and at the end of the game we come out on top.
And dare I say it again, but the energy that the crowd in this place brings to every game. Do you as players feed off that out on the court? What does it feel like, especially late in games when the result is there to be taken?
Yeah, well, it's everything, and you can feel it, the momentum swing in games like against Taranaki where we came back. It was always the reaction after each shot, the reaction after a dunk or anything. Like, that's what gives you the energy to get back on defense, make the next play, and just stay consistent through the tough periods in the game.
Great to have you back at home. All the best tonight.
Thank you. Cheers.
There he is, Isaac Miller Jose. Natu, let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head for this all-important game between the Jets and the Phi. Current form, points per game, we know the difference there. The Phi are the second lowest scoring team in the competition. The Jets the second highest scoring team in the game, I should say. What I draw your attention to is that last stat there. The Jets have three big guns in Gibson, also in Webster and Russo-Nance. They're the three to watch, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
The Phi without a scorer at 20 plus. Party card officials, Callum Welch, Sam Pan and Hayden Pipe. Who's the key player from each team that you really think we need to keep an eye on tonight, Natu?
Yeah, for me, for the Jets, it's obviously Corey Webster. He's the glue, he's the guy who's putting up the points, but he's also, when he has to run that, be the distributor, run a point guard role, he can do that. For the Phi, for me, it's Bairstow. I think, he's the key for the Phi. He gets going offensively, which he can, You know, he can get to the basket. He's a great three-point shooter, but we really haven't seen a lot of that to date. So I think he's the key for the Fire.
So the Fire coming in off a loss to the Sharks. The Jets back-to-back wins at home. They're in great form right now. And we are set for a start. Thursday night hoops, the eve of Anzac Day in the Salsa NBL. The Fire in the white, the Jets in the green, and we are underway. Tap, Miller-Jose, Dante Russo-Nance in some form. Gets the opening possession. And here's his partner in crime, Corey Webster. Dumps it in, Miller-Jose outside, open shot. Russo-Nance just short. It was a nice look to start with.
Yeah, great play, short roll. Corey hit Miller-Jose, and then he hit Dante for a shot from the three-point line. Yeah, so good set, opening set from the Jets.
Jones inside, outside. Hoopoy can hit triples. That one's deep. And Goins has kept it alive for the Jets. No scorers yet. Sky Broadband Rapid League earlier tonight. Double overtime. The Fire got home by 3. Here's Webster. His first shot. Unable to put that one down. Bairstow, the man we've been talking about. Can he get the opening basket? He can't. Zanna goes back to the well. Unable to finish, and we're still without a score. 1 minute in. Webster, Kenny Goins, that looks off to the right. It is.
Pick and pop, but Goins didn't make that three, so both teams struggling to find the rhythm to score.
Fire shoot at just 40%. They're actually the lowest field goal percentage in the competition. The Fire, they rank last. Jones searching for some contact. He wanted the whistle. Points are good, and that's the first basket of the game to Chris Jones. In contrast, Jets shoot at 46% this season. Miller-Jose the three. That won't go down. So just one basket in the opening 2 minutes of this game. Pero Hunt dumps it underneath to Zanna. Good
nice
setup.
Two-man game. On ball, bit of one ball.
Caleb Zanna is another player that could get going for the Fire as well. Just 8 points a game and 7 rebounds. Miller-Jose putting his head down.
Nice job for the young fella, putting it on the floor. And nice head shoulder fake and kissing it off the glass.
Averages a couple of offensive rebounds a game as well. He's one of the very rare few in the competition who take more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds.
And good hands.
Good hands with the steal. He loves to go coast to coast, Miller-Jose. And he's off to the Chemist Warehouse. He's been an exciting injection into this team, hasn't he? So much so that import Eric Williams Jr. comes off the bench now. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay, look at that.
Good hands digging in there and then getting down the floor and trying to finish. Carter Hoopoy with a foul.
Miller-Jose lands the first. He's only 17% from this spot, so that is his Achilles heel. His confidence will be sky high if he nails this one. And he does get the drop. So he's got 4 points in the game. All 4 of them, Miller-Jose. Good start for him tonight. Bairstow. Zanna slips the screen. Heads down to the low post. Webster, good hands. And I reckon that's come off the arm in the end of Zanna. It has. Sneaky as always, Corey Webster. Clean hands here. You'll get a good shot of it on the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Just slaps it out of his hands. 4 apiece. Russo-Nance
splits the double.
Puts it up to Kenny Goins.
Nice action from the Jets. Running that short roll, looking for that short roll, and if Dante can split that double at the top, he can throw it to the back cutting Goins. Great play.
Jets with their first lead of the game. Oh, how's that going to be seen? Russo Nance looked really well set. We'll wait for the Barter card officials. I think this is going to be an offensive foul. Barter card officials confer offensive foul. So, foul here is on Pero Hunt. Terrific defense from Dante Russo Nance. Is his dad in the crowd tonight?
Yep. Sean Nance there with the cap on.
Came up and had a chat before we went to air. Always good to catch up with Sean.
Yeah, we talked about a few of our battles back in the day, the NBL.
Oh, you two were comparing war stories,
yeah,
were you?
We were.
He's a wonderful man, Sean. Foul there on Jones, it looked like. So Jets with just a tiny little bit of momentum here. Early stages. Webster yet to score. Russo Nance catch and shoot. Oh, Miller Jose. There's offensive rebound number 1. Gibson, his first look is a good look.
Miller Jose keeping that one alive, and they get a second position. And Mike Gibson getting into the game now.
Oh, this is the power of this team. Miles Gibson last week had 3 points to half-time, ended with 31. Pero Hunt with some patience. He's one to watch, Gibson. He can get going very quickly. Well, that's going to end up being a flop on Pero Hunt. Gibson now trains a second. Back-to-back from Miles Gibson. Timeout for the Phi. The Jets out by 6. I think there'll be a flop warning on Cruz Pero Hunt. And I can tell you now, from the Phi's perspective, that man sitting down, number 2, Miles Gibson, he is not a player that you want seeing the bottom of the net. Back-to-back baskets for him. And that momentum for the Jets has just increased a little bit more.
Yeah, that high-octane offense is starting to get going.
Gibson has 4, Miller Jose has 4. A couple of assists already for Miller Jose as well. Matt Lacey, one of the best young coaches in the country. I really love the discipline that he's put into this team, Natu.
He has. He's come in his second year. He's developed a really good culture with the group and with the organisation, and doing a really good job with his group.
Five rebounds apiece so far on the Chemist Warehouse stat sheet. Jets shooting 4 of 9. The Phi 2 of 7. And right now, the star of the show is Isaac Miller Jose. There he is, mid-court, doing a little bit of everything. Both ends of the floor. Back underway. Let's see what the Phi come out with. Jones to Bairstow. Ball under the arm. Chris Jones wants to get on the drive here around Russo Nance. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound Goins. And up they come. Webster, Miller Jose up and under. Add another 2 to the young man.
Nice sideline on ball there with Corey and Miller Jose.
Corner free, Pero Hunt. He can get going as well. Cruz Pero Hunt. Averaging 16 a game. Goins over Denham Brook. Baskets just seem to be coming a little bit too easy at the moment, don't they, for the Jets? Not sure if that score is correct. I think the Phi should be up to 6. In fact, they had a miss, didn't they? So they will be 4, so it's 10 the margin. Pero Hunt, you're right, 7 it should be. Pero Hunt scored from outside.
Bairstow.
Oh, banged it down, couldn't finish. Webster comes up with it. Puts it back to Gibson. Great hands, Chris Jones.
Oh, great hands from Dante Russo Nance.
Steals both ends. Russo Nance for 2. And that scoreboard has just fixed itself up off that Pero Hunt 3. So 16-7 is the correct score. 4 minutes to play in this opening quarter. Hopoi. Denham Brook in for Zana right now. Bairstow has Goins in front of him. He's a tough defender, Kenny Goins. Besto equal to the task.
Nice underhand layup there.
Well, you said pre-game, Natu, he was one that really had to get going tonight for the fight. Who's this come off? Going to be a Jets ball.
Oh, that's a mistake from the young fella. You don't count your eggs before they hatch. You got to go after that one. I thought we should have just gone and got it. And don't leave it up to the referees to make that call.
Jets make a couple of substitutions. Eric Williams Jr. and Dion Collins come into the game. So a little bit of size. Miller, Jose and Goins taking a break. Williams gets it in. Russo Nance.
Yeah, great screen from Corey to free. Russo Nance was diving from the top. Great play, great set.
They lead by 9. Good start for the Jets tonight. They'll jump up to 5th tonight if they win. Boucher into the action.
Great dribble penetration from Jaden Bazant. He set that play up. And Boucher always on the move, always cutting and moving. Finishes the play with a layup.
Russo Nance is fouled there. That's an easy call for the Barter Card officials. Jaden Boucher, just as he matures and gets more minutes, he's playing a lot of minutes in the Rapid League now and starting to get some minutes in the Sal's NBL. Just his IQ and his smarts, you can start to see more of his old man, can't you?
100%, you can see that.
Just in the right position, doing the right things.
Shuffle and staggers.
Webster. Jet Thompson with the job.
Is that middle low?
Underneath. Williams Jr. receives from Collins. And the foul is on Jaden Bazant. Excellent setup by the Jets.
Yeah, that's Corey Webster at his best. He not only is a great shooter, he's a great facilitator as well. That's a tough pass to make their short roll and to hit Collins, and then Collins to hit Williams for the finish.
This is a team that sure knows how to score, averaging 99 a game. At the bonus now, Eric Williams Jr. at the Chemist Warehouse. Of course, every made shot from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. That's not one of them. But Chemist Warehouse donate money to Hoops in Parks and Hoops in Schools. A wonderful program, and our thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Pero Hunt, tough over Collins. Gets it back to 7. Here's Russo Nance. Pulls up.
Got away with that one.
Drains the 2. Maybe a little bit of a nudge there into the body of Pero Hunt.
You know.
Bazant pulls up his favourite spot on the floor. Can't give him that sort of space. That would have been in the scout for the Jets, you would have thought. Miles Gibson. Oh, in and out. Collins, great tap back. Russo Nance for 3. He can't finish. Gibson comes up with it again. Offensive rebounds for the Jets. Step back 2. He just does not miss the mid-range, does he?
He's smooth. He's silky smooth in that mid-range. And again, another offensive rebound for the Jets.
Yep, that's 3 of them. Denham Brook for 3. He just does those sorts of things, doesn't he?
You know, so Collins obviously may not have read the scout.
Gibson's up to 6 points as well. Miller Jose's got 6. Webster with the pocket pass to Collins, who's fouled. Pero Hunt not happy. I think he's going to be the one. Yep, hands foul. Baseline ball. Here we go. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Oh, not sure if he got an arm there. It looked pretty clean, didn't it?
Did.
We do get the benefit of 1 or 2 looks. Extra, that is. And that's Cruz Pero Hunt's 2nd foul. That's why he's sitting. Dion Collins to the Chemist Warehouse. First one is good. There's Matt Lacey on the sidelines. Tane Bennett, he's assistant coach. Congratulations also to Tane Bennett. He was announced as the new FI women's coach for Tauihi season 2025. He was assistant coach, of course. So congratulations to Tane Bennett. Bairstow. Well, you wanted to see it tonight from Bairstow, and he's had a couple of good baskets. Webster around Denhambrook. Denhambrook may have just got a finger. Yep. And Dante Russo-Nance called for the foul. That's his first. Just leaning in. There is Tane Bennett. So congratulations to him. Into the big chair for the Tauihi season later on in the year. Of course, the FI were the 2024 champions, their first championship title for the club. So well done. And they get this margin down, hand in the lane there. Dante Russo-Nance. Isn't that a great lesson for all young basketballers out there to play that lane, to play the split like that? There's Chris Jones. Just the 2 points in the game for him. He's the top scorer for the FI this season. Denhambrook's already hit 1 3. You can make it 2.
You fall asleep on him, you know, he can get him in a hurry. They needed that to FI. Now they were in 3 points, 26-23.
Denhambrook has 2 triples. Russo-Nance. Shot clock turned off. For 3. In and out. Who comes up with it? Boucher, but it doesn't matter. Time expires, and that'll do us. 1 quarter down tonight in the Sal's NBL. An exciting one. Good start, both teams. The Jets out by 3.
All right, I've got Cameron out here with me to do the sound steal. 30 seconds on the clock to make as many shots as he can. As soon as he gets one in, he's going to run halfway to Benny, grab a pizza slice, and then come back and make another shot. Are you ready? All right, let's go. Shoot it up. All right, let's cheer on Cameron. Yeah, this one, over here, Cameron. If you get it in, then you run and grab one. There we go. Hey, here we go. Can you guys help with the rebounds, please? Awesome, that's it. Keep shooting, keep shooting. Thanks, Benny. 10 seconds. Just one. One. There you go. 3 seconds. Nice, 2 there and stop. Nice job, grab your pizza slice there on the ground. Let's put our hands together for Cameron, scoring 2 pizza vouchers and a GJ Gardner Homes basketball. Nice work, thank you.
No mai hoki mai, welcome back to Fly Palmy Arena tonight. The mighty Manawatū and the Jets lead it by 3 after one in the Sal's NBL. Hope you're well heading into Anzac Day, long weekend, lest we forget. A couple of big games coming your way tomorrow on Anzac Day. Hawks and the Bulls, mid-afternoon game tomorrow night. The Sharks take on the Giants. And it's a great weekend for the large veggie pizza, $31.99 with thanks to Sal's. There's all the details on screen. That is available until next Tuesday. What did you make of the first quarter, Natu Tofele?
Yeah, well, the Jets came out real quickly, you know, put some points on, got to a double-digit lead halfway through that quarter, showed what they're capable of. And then the FI just grinded back into the, and got themselves back into the game. Jets coming out in a 2-3 zone in this quarter.
Turnover, Miller-Jose loves to get downhill, doesn't he? We're starting to see that as a big part of his game, a steal at one end and coast to coast. He's got some legs. As you said, Jets in this zone. Bairstow gives up the 3. Jones won't. He goes from deep. Bairstow. Oh, unable to finish underneath, and now he's wrapped up with Kenny Goins. No whistle. Bairstow back at it. Goins fouls. And Bairstow to the Chemist Warehouse. I just wonder whether there should have been a jump called there. Watch this. Oh, there's the end result. Oh, that's enough, surely, for a jump, isn't it? Surely it is. Oh, Barter
Could have
can't
been a jump,
officials.
could have been a foul because Goins had his arms tangled.
But I think if you both grab it up high and the player in front goes over it, you're very unlucky to get a foul called from behind, right? But that clearly looked like both players had the ball in their hands for long enough. That's a locked-up ball for me, possession arrow. As it is, Goins with a foul. And fortuitously for the Fire, they get 3 points out of it. So Bairstow is up to 7. He's the game high. In fact, he's high scorer for the Fire. Jose has 8. You can make that 10. Leading the way, Isaac Miller-Jose tonight.
Good two-man on-ball action there on the wing with Corey and Miller-Jose. And the Jets still in the zone.
That might be a career high for Isaac Miller-Jose. Brooks already hit two threes. Make it 3. Gee, the Jets need to wake up to this. 3 triples for Denham Brook. And I'm telling you now, he won't stop. Miller-Jose, was he fouled? He got it back.
Oh,
Webster, wide open.
That's good effort from Miller-Jose. That's just effort, getting on the boards, getting an extra position, and then keeping it alive for Corey Webster to make that jump shot.
Well, Miller-Jose has 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. That's how good his night is so far. Bazant with the miss. Jets by 3. Webster, Goins, Miller-Jose, corner, Russo-Nance. Look for the contact. Don't worry about it in the end. It was a good finish. And just as the fire came, the Jets have responded. Bairstow. I want to see Denham Brook get outside here and spread the floor. He's dangerous.
Bairstow for 3.
Bang.
Oh.
Sean Bairstow.
He can shoot the ball, and I'm happy to see him shooting it, having the confidence to shoot it. He's up to 10 points.
And he averages 11 a game this season, so he's going to beat that tonight, you would have thought.
Yeah.
Goins well short. Bazant turns the corner.
Nice change of hands. The mercurial Jaden Bazant.
I just love watching him in full flight. Back at home, of course, in Tauranga, Jaden Bazant.
Oh, great D, but better offense.
Webster, look out. Corey starting to warm up. He is a dangerous, dangerous player. He's got a couple of baskets. This will be a turnover. And the Jets will get possession. Now, of course, possession is taken from where you pick the ball up. So it's going to be a Jets ball under their basket. I just think in this situation here, pick it up straight away.
Straight away. We teach players, young players to do that.
There's the Webster 3. Yeah, Denham Brook had the chance to pick it up back mid-court. Now they get it under their basket, and Webster hits a 3. That's why you don't give it up on the baseline.
Mistake by Denham Brook. Costly one too.
Webster's up to 8, back-to-back threes. This margin out to 6, and there's a turnover for the Fire. The old baseline defender. And you just get the feeling that this ball is going into the hands of C. Webster. Let's see what happens. Goins is going to dribble it up. Here's Russo-Nance. Bairstow's got the job on Webster, by the way. Russo-Nance picks up the dribble. And now Miller-Jose gets busy up and it just misses it. Goins. And he to the coloured stripe, Kenny Goins. I know we're talking a lot of positives around Isaac Miller-Jose, but that opportunity comes up because of his turn and speed to the basket. He's deceptively quick, isn't he?
Athletic. Shows that athleticism, but he's got a nous for the ball. Eh? He's got a nose for the ball. He knows where it's going to end up.
Goins. His first look from the stripe tonight, going at 75% this season. The Jets are now 5 of 6 at the Chemist Warehouse. Adding some good donations, of course, to Hoops in Parks and Hoops in Schools with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Making those shots. And the lead out to 8. It's been as high as 9. And it just feels like the Jets are in control.
Yep. They're in control. Miles Gibson takes a break and Williams is in for Miles Gibson. So they're back to man-to-man. The Jets are in man-to-man.
Jones, just 2 points for him so far tonight. Chris Jones giving up some height in that point guard position. Dante Rousseau-Nance just shutting him down right now. He's got a few inches on him. Webster likes this matchup on Haupoy, up over the top, and another three to the mercurial Corey Webster. Timeout 5, game high lead of 11. And that is 3 triples so far in this second quarter for Corey Webster. Everyone loves a bit of free fuel, Natu, and with thanks to Waitomo, you can get some moolah now, win some free fuel, spin and win. Scan that QR code, download the app, and have some fun with Waitomo. They have been looking after New Zealanders for decades and decades. Moolah now, win some free fuel. A big thanks to Waitomo. What will Matt Lacey be talking about?
Well, I think we've got to do a better job of keeping tabs on where Corey Webster is on the floor and getting their rotations right on defense. That's what I think they'll be talking about. Offensively, the Jets are back to man-to-man, so it's just being a bit more fluid with their offense and ensuring, that they get the ball through hands and then get opportunities for the perimeter shooters like Cruz Parrott-Hunt and also Bairstow plus Carter Haupoy, get them some looks.
Next 3 games for the Jets. They got the Panthers at home here on Saturday, just 48 hours away. They're back at it again at Fly Palmy Arena. Then they've got the Giants here at home. So they're the 2 bottom teams in the competition right now. They win here and they win those next 2. They're 8 and 4.
Yeah, and they consolidate. That's a consolidated top 6 position, or top 4 maybe.
Real sense of belief here in Palmerston North right now. Pero Hunt, Goins with the block. Slapped it away. Webster, pull up. His 4th triple of the quarter. Doesn't go down. They get it back, though. Back to business. Webster up and over the top. A couple of chances there for the Jets. Oh, Williams Jr. He built up too much speed. That's all that was. He couldn't put the brakes on. Ran straight through. Who was it in the end? Was it Pero Hunt? Watch this. There's the block from Kenny Goins. Did well there. Yeah, Eric Williams Jr. literally just could not stop. Called for the foul, and deservedly so. Haupoy, he's been well closed down, hasn't he? Bairstow leading scorer for the fight. He's got 10. Has Miller-Jose in front of him, and Goins. That's another steal for Kenny Goins. Miller-Jose, bang! Oh, they're feeling it, the Jets.
It's great work from Miller-Jose. Again, he was the one that got that steal.
Foul back the other way on Webster. And that'll put Bazant to the line. So have a look at this. This was Kenny Williams Jr. a minute ago. Look at the speed. He got a hand on it and literally just clipped Cruz Pero Hunt on the way through. Not a lot in it in the end. Eric Williams Jr. Miller Jose is now up to 12 points in the game. That's double his average already. Just growing in confidence, isn't he?
Yeah, this is an important period for the Phi. They need to stay close. Leading into halftime, down 12 at the moment. They need to stay close.
Splitting the pair, Jaden Bazan.
Corey just reject the on ball, kick it out to Williams, who drives and can't finish.
Up over the top with the miss. Jones, corner, Bairstow, gave up the three. Now they're held up. Hopboy can hit a triple. Getting up. Pero Hunt, they go again. Second opportunity here for the Phi. Tough pass. Bairstow picked off by Russo Nance. They are racking up the steals now, the Jets. Russo Nance. And the big finish from Eric Williams Jr. Nance wanted the whistle. Williams Jr. says, don't worry about it, son. Let's get back in defense. Pero Hunt, that's hit the shot clock. So that'll be a Jets ball. Game high margin of 14 right now. Still got 3 to play in this first half. They're about to rack up 50, the Jets. They are, we've been talking about their high-octane offense. They got some serious scoring punch. And still, no sign tonight of Tyson Thada-Piesa, who earlier tonight became the first player in the Sal's NBL and the Sky Broadband Rapid League to score over 300 points in the Rapid League. So they've got a genuine scorer sitting on the pine as well.
Here we go, Miles Gibson.
Tough shot in the end. Jet Thompson. Bazant. Denham Brook is back out there. He's already hit 3 threes. Here he is. Hands it back to Bazant. Has Goins and Collins. Tough shot over Goins. Can't get it to go. Webster rebound. He's got the runner in Gibson here. Finds him. Gibson off the glass. Just a little nick from Jet Thompson. And Gibson will head to the Chemist Warehouse to do a little bit of shopping.
Jets putting the foot down now. You know, they're up 14. They could go to 16. Like we said before, you know, they just got to keep it close.
8 offensive rebounds for the Jets already tonight. Sterling Sports, your home of Sal's NBL merch this season. Head in store or you can go online. Scan that QR code, that'll take you through to the Sterling Sports shop. Find your favourite team, find your favourite colours, and you can pick yourself up some brand new Sal's NBL gear with thanks to Sterling Sports. Couple of mates there, the Jets are past the 50 mark. 2.5 to play in this second quarter. Haven't seen a lot of Talib Zanna, who's just come back onto the floor. There he is. He's only played 4 minutes in the game. No foul trouble for him. Here he goes with a 3. That looks well short. It is.
Line drive, yeah. They're struggling a bit now, the Phi. Just from the perimeter.
Goins has got 7 rebounds. Webster off the glass, and another 2. He's got 13. And I think they might have all come up in this second quarter. Maybe just the 2 points for him in the first quarter. He's been very productive in this second quarter. Another foul, Eric Williams Jr. He just doesn't have a stop button, does he?
Yeah, just over anxious of trying to blow up that pass.
I don't mind the attempt at the steal.
Yeah.
Just the 1 turnover in the game for the Jets. They actually look after the ball better than any team in the competition.
Yep.
They rank 1 for looking after the ball. The Phi so far tonight with 8 turnovers. Pero Hunt, nice tip back in. Last week, the Jets forced the Hawks into 20 turnovers and they scored 34 points off those turnovers. So not only do they force mistakes, but they make you pay. And in fact, tonight, they're doing it again. The Fi have 8 turnovers and the Jets have converted those errors into 17 points. So it's becoming a bit of a trademark, isn't it? Good signs.
Coach Matt Lacey will be very disappointed about that, but if they can, you know, maybe score the next 2 possessions, that gives them a shot in the second half.
Pero Hunt, tip back in, Zana.
That's better from the Fi.
They need that margin at 14. Both teams have their B&Z player timeout for this first half. Still available. Webster to Goins, ambitious in the end. The Jets turn it over. They double their turnover count, Natsu.
Yeah.
Corey Webster just having a chat with his teammate. Jet Thompson, corner ball. Pero Hunt for 3. Deadly, isn't he, from the arc, Cruz Pero Hunt. He's up to 10 points now, his second triple of the game.
Yeah, great double penetration from Kit Jet Thompson.
Goins loves a 3. That won't go down. Just over 30 seconds to play. Thompson searching again, playing for the foul. Pero Hunt getting busy. Zana had the chance to tip it back in. Matt Lacey thought there was clear contact there. No whistle. Shot clock should be turned off, you would have thought. Looks like the game clock is just inside. Corner ball, Gibson can't put it down. Player timeout, not called by the Fi. They missed the opportunity.
Yeah, they could have got that one. I agree with you.
Denham Brooks should have called that straight away. Would have given his team a second at the other end, but that'll do us. And in fact, I think Cruz Pero Hunt is just having that chat as well. That'll do us. Halfway down, and the Jets lead this one 53-42. There's a lot to like about the team in green. Chemist Warehouse stats on the other side of the break. Week 7 of the Sal's NBL is up and running. Of course, it is Anzac Day weekend. Lots of action to come, and we're off to a good start here tonight.
First can win himself the next home game ticket. Then we go to the free throw. The winner himself a Benny the Bear t-shirt at the 3-pointer. And now up for grabs. If we hit that halfway, we've gone up to $2,000. All right, so each week if it's missed, it goes up by the $500. So we're at $2,000. All right, are we ready, Liam? Oh, I've got no clock. I've got to look here. Okay, now I need to wait for a round number. Ready? Go! All right, let's cheer them on. Nice, here we go to the free throw. And this is thanks to Cook Street Pharmacy. Nice, Benny the Bear. We're going to a 3-pointer. I'll hop out your way. Ooh, keep it up, keep it up. Where am I looking? Nice, 5 seconds, 5 seconds. Oh, I'm going to let him try one more. Try one more. That was so close. Let's go. Can you grab a Jets t-shirt as well? Oh, hard luck. Awesome work, Liam. Come over here and grab your prizes. Benny, can I get you to hold that, please? Radio in my bag. Benny the Bear and a ticket to Saturday's game it'll be. Yeah, nice work. High five. Good job. Right, thank you. Yeah, we'll just give him the ball, Benny. That was pretty close. Go, get for it. All righty, next up we've got, thanks to Manawatū, and one job, Sarah. One job. Oh, Sarah from More FM, it's really hard to get some good help around here. Over there. Right. Next up, thanks to Manawatū and TRC Toyota, what we'll do, we'll just turn them this way. We'll just turn them this way so we don't have to take them too far. All right, I'm going to move this one down there. Could you please take that one, Benny? Thank you, and we'll put the blue just over here. Yellow down over there, please, Benny. All right, then I've got, who's doing it? Nico? Over here. And what's your name? What's your name? Rita. Rita on the yellow. What they need to do in 30 seconds is see who can get the most. You want those bags by you guys. Grab those bags by you. Nico, go grab those bags by you. Thanks, Benny. Thank you. All right. See who can get the most in 30 seconds. This is thanks to Manawatū and TRC Toyota, our game day sponsors. Are we ready? Oh, hang on, we know I need to wait for a round number, otherwise I get confused. Go. I might be able to give you 40 seconds. That's it, keep it up, let's cheer them on!
Welcome back to Fly Palmy Arena tonight in the NZNBL. The property brokers Manawatū Jets leading the Northern Group. Tauranga Whai at half-time by 11. I hope you're enjoying it wherever you may be watching right around the world, here in New Zealand on Sky Sport, of course, ESPN throughout the United States. Hello for the first time to our viewers tonight in China. Hope you're well. And, of course, everywhere else around the world on FIBA YouTube. Well, they got out by as much as 18, the Jets, and then the Whai scored the last 7 points of that second quarter. And a good scoring spread in the Chemist Warehouse stats. Natu Tofele.
Yes, Corey Webster leading the Jets with 13, Cruz Pereira Hunt leading the Whai with 10, Biesto 10, Brook 10, Bazant 10, and Zano with 4. And for the Jets, Miller Jose with 12. Rebounds, Kenan Goins got 7. 7 rebounds, Zano with 4 for the Whai, Webster 4, Williams 3, Miller Jose and Gibson 2,
Offensive rebounds, by the way, sorry, Natu, 8 apiece. I know you've been looking at that one, yeah, 8 apiece.
Assists, we've got Miller Jose with 3.
He's been
Corey
everywhere.
Webster, Dante Russo-Nance with 2 apiece, Goins and Collins with 1 each, Chris Jones with 4. Jaden Bazant with 2, Jet Thompson with 2, and Cruz Pereira Hunt with 1.
Chris Jones came in averaging 17.8 points a game. So far tonight, 1 of 5 shooting, 2 points.
Blocks, Webster and Goins 1, and Denhambrook and Bazant for the Whai 1 each.
And there's the steals on the Chemist Warehouse stats. Miller Jose having really good night so far, and Dante Russo-Nance with 2 apiece. As we said, those 8 Tauranga Whai turnovers have been converted into 17 points for the Jets. They lead by 11. The official stats partner of the NZNBL, Chemist Warehouse. There's Isaac Miller Jose. The teams are back on the floor, and quarter number 3 is coming up on the other side of the break.
So we don't want any accidents or people hurting themselves. All right, I've got a GJ Gardner Holmes basketball to give away. I'm coming to you, A-Block. Don't come down to me either. Stay where you are. Do not come down to me. Stay where you are. All right, we're going to have some dancing. Benny just steals everything. All right, we're ready. Out of your seats, can we have something a little bit more fun? All right. All right, let's go. Show me your moves. Benny's got A-Block. I've got C and B. I might go down to B-Block. Yes. All right, let's clap it up, make some noise. Come on, well, the team is coming back. Let's go. Oh, there we go, there we go. You all know what we're doing here. Come on.
Not by Hockey Mile, welcome back to Fly Palmy Arena. Both teams back on the floor. Justin Nelson, Natu Tofale with you tonight. Green Army is in the house and the Jets lead by 11 at the half. Who's going to get the win tonight? Well, the Jets still commanding the vote right now. 78% of the viewers out there voting with the Jets to win tonight. Just a case of by how much? 22% with the Fire. You can still have your say. Have some fun with us tonight on Sky Sport. Such is the closeness of the competition. This is week 7 of the season. If the Fire win tonight, they jump to 3rd. If they lose, they drop to 6th. If the Jets win tonight, they jump to 5th. If they lose, they drop to 8th. Let's just have a quick look at the ladder in the NZNBL. Of course, this is game 1 of week 7. There's another 7 games to come this week. Saints, the 12-time champs, up on top. The Rams are in 2nd. The Bulls coming off that 43-point hiding last week. They get a chance to redeem themselves tomorrow against the Hawks. But it's just so close in this middle patch, isn't it? Have a look at that. A lot of 5s, a lot of 3s, a lot of 4s. Nuggets went down in overtime to the Rams last week. Should have won it. Should have won it, had the chance. And the Giants and the Panthers still searching for their first win. As I said, busy times, games coming up. It's a busy day tomorrow on Anzac Day. Hawks and the Bulls in the afternoon, those two teams coming off a loss. Sharks and the Giants tomorrow night. Now, a new look Giants team, I can tell you that Callum McRae has been named for his first game this season, and a new import, Jeremy Coombs, is coming into the team. He has been named as well, 29-year-old, 201 centimetre forward, went to US College, North Texas, LSU and Texas Southern, and has spent time playing in Israel, Japan and Australia. He has been named for the Giants, so they could have 2 very big ins for that game tomorrow night. Jets back at home on Saturday, Tuatara and the Rams. What a game that is, Saturday afternoon. Yeah. Huge game. And I can tell you that the other games not showing there, the Airs and the Fire on Saturday night, and then a Sunday double, Saints at home to the Hawks, and the Nuggets at home to the Giants. The Giants on the southern swing. Benny the Bear having some fun. There's the coaching staff for the Fire. What do you think they spoke about at halftime, Natu?
I think Matt Lacey will be unhappy with the ball maintenance, just taking care of the ball. Simple, unforced errors that they've had on offense, and that's allowed the Jets to get a jump on them. So they can tidy that up a bit, get back to that granite-style defense, then they can get themselves back into this game.
Well, they give up just 77 a game, the Fire, and at the moment they've given up 53 in a half. Jets with the opening chance to score. Miller-Jose, what a game this young man is having. 14 points for Isaac Miller-Jose. He is the game-high scorer.
Yeah, it's good. 2 good decisions. Corey kicking the ball on, and then Dante Reese finding Russo then finding Miller-Jose.
Another turnover as well. Offensive foul here against Miles Gibson. He's not arguing the point. He's just walking down the floor. Chris Jones picks himself up. Here it is, GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Chris Jones. Yeah, that's well set. No arguments there. But
Jets
the opening
back in their 2-3 zone to start this half.
Bairstow, he trains a triple. So Sean Bairstow having a nice night out. He's up to 13 now. Brings that margin back to 10. Webster dominated the second quarter. His first look of the third is short. Footboy with the rebound. Once he's point guard, Russo Nance has Jones covered. Bairstow on Gibson now. Stepping around, creates plenty of space there. Not sure that he realised how much space he had created at first. Just hesitated on the shot initially, didn't he? Webster with the pass. Miller-Jose, the athletic, run to the hoop. And we're at 8. So a basket here for the Phi will make things interesting. Oh, in and out. That looked really good off the hand of Denham Brook.
Good start from the Phi.
Denham Brook's already hit, what, 3 triples tonight? 3 of 3. That was his first miss.
Miles Gibson.
Well, he just comes up with the goods, doesn't he, Miles Gibson?
Nice lifting out of that corner, and Corey Webster found him in rhythm.
He's up to 11. Just the answer the Jets faithful wanted. Underneath, Denham Brook. Oh, the pass was just a little bit too deep from Jones. Now the Jets come again. Look at Gibson inside over Pero Hart. Too much size. Back-to-back baskets for Gibson. And just like that, from 8 up, or 8 down, more to the point, to 13 down. Popoy, corner 3. Jets on the run here.
Yeah, here they go again.
They've scored the last 2 baskets, and they're sensing a big opportunity. Goins, massive mismatch down low. They clear out the Jets. Goins goes to work over Jones. Down it goes. Chris Jones with the foul. Kenny Goins about to do some shopping at the Chemist Warehouse.
Corey being patient and allowing that mismatch to develop. Goins just gets to the middle. Nice right hand shot over smaller Chris Jones.
Wasn't a lot of contact, but he did just step up, didn't he?
Yeah.
With the bonus. And he misses that. Kenny Goins frustrated with himself. Margin at 15, has been as high as 18.
It's still in that 2-3 zone.
Jones.
Paying dividends for them.
Jones has had a very quiet night offensively. Here he is, might have to go late in the shot clock. He does. Another miss for him, another rebound for Miller-Jose. That's his 4th. Gibson wants it inside. Russo-Nance sends it down. Gibson on Boucher. Gibson, oh, Boucher, really good hand in the end. Gibson got it back off the glass, can't finish, but he is fouled.
Shooting 2.
And if you keep giving up offensive rebounds, that's what's going to happen. 9th offensive rebound for the Jets tonight. Well, we saw Miles Gibson, Natu, hit 28 in the second half alone last week.
He can get hot just like that real quickly, and he's had a 3 already in this quarter, and he's finished that with a foul and goes to the Chemist Warehouse.
Miles for first. Yeah, he's 85% from the coloured stripe. Miles Gibson. Corey Webster averaging 25 points a game this season. Miles Gibson averages 24, and Dante Russo-Nance averages 21. It is a 3-headed snake with some serious venom. Sal's NBL Highlight Show every Tuesday. Join us for that. Always a lot to talk about and lots of highlights. Is that another turnover? It is. Number 10 against the Phi. Webster inside. Miller-Jose. Another 2. Timeout for the Phi. And timeout's been called. Yep. I was going to say, not sure that the Barnacle officials heard the call, but Matt Lacey needs to have a chat. They're down by 19. And we came into this one tonight, Natu Tofale, and you said, I think offense is going to beat defense tonight.
Yeah, the Jets are playing some great deep. This 2-3 zone is causing the Phi some problems in this quarter. Yeah, and it caused them some problems in the second quarter as well. So, you know, Matt Lacey's trying to figure out, you know, a scheme to be able to get over the top of this 2-3 zone and get their team back into the flow. I don't like the fact that the ball's not being reversed in that zone. It's just staying on one side. There's no second side. Ball reversal so they can get looks. So,
Well, here's something that's coming up that we should all be looking forward to, because it's been a fair while since the Kiwis and the Aussies did battle on a basketball court. But how about this? The Trans-Tasman Throwdown is coming your way. The Tall Blacks up against the Boomers. The 2 Degrees Tall Ferns up against the Opals. They play in Adelaide on Wednesday, May 7, on the Sunshine Coast Friday, May 9, and importantly for us here in New Zealand, in Hamilton on Sunday, May the 11th. And you can get your tickets now from Ticket Tech. Come and join us at Glowbox Arena on Sunday, May the 11th for the Aussies and the Kiwis. Talk about an opportune time to promote that one with Anzac Day tomorrow, eh?
yeah.
Been a while since we've seen the two neighbours going head-to-head. Can't wait for that. Big month coming up in May with the Trans-Tasman Throwdown. Out of the timeout. The Fire are going to turn it over again.
Yeah, it's just like, it's almost like no one wants to shoot the ball.
Shot clock violation. Turnover number 11. And this is a team at 6s and 7s right now. The Tauranga Whai. They got no answers. Jets are playing with some serious confidence. Webster to Goins. Denham Brook knocks that out of the hands of Miles Gibson. And they're back here on Saturday afternoon. It's an early game. I think it's about 1:30. Might be 12:30 Rapid League, 1:30 Sal's NBL. They take on the Panthers. They're going to start red-hot favourites there. Russo Nance, or offensive foul called on Miller Jose. Just moved in setting that screen, didn't he? Rare blemish for Miller Jose tonight.
And they continue to stay in this 2-3 zone.
Well, why wouldn't you? It's working.
Yeah.
A treat right now.
The Fire's just struggling with it.
Jones finally gets something to go.
Yeah.
He was 1 of 5 shooting before that. Miller Jose receives from Webster. How's the spin on that?
Yeah.
And Corey Webster and Isaac Miller Jose are starting to form a very handy duo, aren't they?
Yeah, lovely partnership. Backside, no low man help. That's easy. Miller Jose. Great pass too from Corey.
Just the decision mid-air to go through and under. Plenty of skill there from Isaac Miller Jose. He's got 18 points now. 8 of 12 shooting. And I think I'm right, Natu, in saying that since he's gone into the starting lineup, the Jets haven't lost a game of basketball.
Yeah.
Denham Brook, that's his 4th triple of the night. The Fire probably need to leave him on the floor right now. He's got 12 points, all from beyond the arc. Webster. Fancy. Look at Miles Gibson just waiting for it underneath.
Gibson's moving off the ball and great pass.
Underneath the Fire defense there. He adds another 2, Miles Gibson. He's up to 17 now. Crowd. Plenty of voice. Jets by 18. Bairstow around Gibson inside Denham Brook. No problem scoring from outside. Brook can't score inside. Just under 4 to play in this 3rd quarter. Hope you're enjoying it. Thursday night action in the Salons at NBL. Gibson up over the top. And another 2. Timeout fight. So, Matt Lacey. The communication at the moment, in fact, the noise in here is loud enough that the Bartercard officials just could not hear the buzzer on the sidelines there. But the Fire, 2nd time out of this 2nd half for Matt Lacey. They got it back to within 8 in the opening, 90 seconds of this quarter. It's now at 20.
Yeah, I think Matt Lacey's he's a little bit upset, annoyed with the way they're playing on the defensive end. They're allowing Gibson to get position on the inside. and there's no one contesting that. So one of the things you can do is own that space before he comes down the floor, and they're not doing a good job of that. So that's what they need to do with any post action. They need to start owning that space before they get the opposition, the Jets get down the floor. And then they've just got to try and put more pressure on Webster and Nance. It's just too easy at the moment. They're allowing them to just make plays.
Well, if you're a FI supporter, you can turn some sadness into happiness. In fact, anyone out there can turn some sadness into happiness. Or maybe you're just happy all the time like Natu Tufale is. Win yourself some free fuel with thanks to Waitomo. Scan that QR code, download the app, spin and win. More now. Win some free fuel with thanks to Waitomo. Back underway. The FI with a lot of work to do from here. Jets growing in confidence, not only by the game, but by the minute right now. They've really come to life in the last couple of weeks. Cruz Pero Hunt.
A couple of times a ball reversal and then a snake dribble from Bazan into the key to drag the defense, and then pitch for Cruz Pero Hunt for that three.
Dante Russo-Nance, that'll count. Bonus coming up. Dante, all smiles, feeling it tonight. Dad's in the house, of course. I think his mum was here last week. TJ Gardner-Holmes replay. A little bit of contact there from Jet Thompson. He thought it was initiated by Dante. Got a feeling Dante doesn't care what Jet Thompson thinks. Chance to go to 21, mark it down. Double-digit scoring tonight for Dante Russo-Nance. 4 Jets in double-digit scoring. Bairstow has been pretty good from outside. That one doesn't go down. Look at Kenny Williams Jr. get up. FI go again. Jets stay in the zone. It has been very effective, and there it is, effective again. Russo-Nance with the steal. Nowhere to go. FI get back in numbers quickly.
Great transition defense there by the FI to get numbers around the basket.
Here he is, the mercurial one. Look at that, all smiles, Corey Webster. He just keeps everything alive, doesn't he? Dribble alive, searching for gaps, spinning and twisting, shaking and baking and making. Corey Webster. He's a happy camper tonight.
Talking to Jaden Percent.
Thada Paese about to come into the game as well for the Jets. So our first look at the Sky Broadband Rapid League's top scorer. Our first look at him tonight, that is, in this game. He dominated yet again earlier this evening, but it wasn't enough. The FI got home in the Rapid League by 3. Double overtime, 42 to 39. Bairstow, little runner. Boucher, offensive rebound. A new 14. Step back, closed out. Pero Hunt, give and go now to the hoop. And the Jets defense stands up again. 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. Webster, Gibson, loves that turnaround, can't convert. Another offensive rebound for the Jets. Corey Webster. Second chance points, times 3.
Those offensive rebounds, broken plays. Corey's at his most dangerous there.
Bazant trying to lift his team. That's a tough basket. We've got a delay of game warning here against the FI. 23 points. There's Tyson Thada Paese coming on. We were saying earlier tonight during the Rapid League game, Natu, he only plays 8 minutes a game on average in the NZNBL. Of course, he's playing behind 2 very good guards, isn't he, in Corey Webster?
The other thing is you've got to remember who's playing behind.
And it is for mine. I wouldn't mind getting your view, because I know the Saints have got Shea Ely and Isaiah Liafa, but gee, I reckon the Jets backcourt of Webster and Russo-Nance,
they're right there with them.
Right there with them, yeah, very much so. fact, the Jets play the Saints in a few weeks, so that'll see those two backcourts going head-to-head. They did play here a few weeks back, and the Saints won by 1. No Shea Ili in that game, of course. Bazant brings it in. Zana, haven't seen a lot of him tonight. Rebound. And put back as a foul there. Jaden Bazant just trying everything to lift his team at the moment.
Showing some energy.
I love seeing that from a leader. You're down by 23. There's no white flag. We're not waving the towel. Let's get after this thing. Let's have a fair dinkum crack. And he's doing that. Yeah,
absolutely. Corey Webster gets a break.
Well deserved as well. It's been good tonight. 18 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal and a block, 4 triples for Corey Webster. There's the Jets bench. Jaden Bazant adds some money to the pot for hoops in parks and hoops in schools, with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. A little bit of pressure up the floor here from the 5. Thada Paese has it knocked out of his hand, gets it back. He's got a match up there on Zana, elects to give it up to Gibson. Gibson through the paint, in and out. And some holding underneath. That's going to be against Dion Collins. I know that there's been a little bit of talk amongst the officials, and certainly teams know it as well, about excessively disputing decisions, and just think a few players need to be careful at the moment in the Cells NBL. You may not always agree with the call, but you got to get on with it, Natu, don't you? Jet Thompson for 3. That's handy. Fires that over Manamanadzzo, who's also out there getting some burn. Margin back to 18. So the Phi coming with some late points here in the third quarter. There's Gibson. Collins just being a pest and getting in the way. Shot clock at 1. Tough shot. He's fouled down the arm. And disputing at that time, Jet Thompson. That's just getting back to what I was saying a minute ago. Like, a lot of arguing at the moment.
They just got to, once they start arguing, you get emotional and you lose your train of thought and your thought process and what you're supposed to be doing at that time for Coach Lacey. So if he had just stood his ground, stayed in his stance, backed off a little, Gibson may have missed that one and they might have had the last position in this quarter.
Chemist Warehouse, Miles Gibson adds 2. He's up to 21. Late chance here for the Phi. They won't use their BNZ player timeout. Jones will go all the way, gets it back up. And it would have counted, but that'll do us to three-quarter time. The Phi, they came. The Jets, they answered, and they lead by 20 tonight with a quarter to play in the Cells NBL.
I've forgotten what it was. All right, coming on over. So, I forgot. Right. Can you please give the ball to Raiden? We've got 30 seconds on the clock to make as many shots as you can. All right, quick shot, brought to you by Higgins Concrete. That's what it is. All right, we ready? You know what to do? Go. Right, one there. Give it up, let's cheer on Raiden. Nice, 2 there. Nope, still 2, you've got 10 seconds on the clock. Let's go. 6 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, relax. I'll give you a ticket to Saturday night's game. Let's give it up for Raiden. Nice work.
Welcome back, Thursday Night Hoops in the Sal's NBL. And at the moment, belonging to the team in green, the Jets leading this one by 20 with a quarter to play. And they look good, don't they, Natu?
Yeah, they do.
Hold that thought, because that looks good as well. The large veggie pizza, this week's special, with thanks to Sal's. What do the Fire got to do here early in the last?
They've got to figure out how to break down this 2-3 zone.
Maybe a chance here. Bazant for three, banks it in, that'll do it.
Yeah, a bit of ball reversal, a bit of, trying to dribble penetration through the seams just to get the defense reacting and moving, and then shifting the ball, getting open looks. Now they have to make stops.
Goins inside, rises up over the top of Bazant. The one thing that is against the Fire is the Jets have been a very good last quarter team this season. Turnover, Gibson. And nearly another turnover as well with Miller Jose lurking off that pass. Offensive rebound, Boucher. Jones up and under for two. Yeah, the Jets have been one of the best last quarter teams this season so far, haven't they?
Yeah.
They fly home. Let's have a look at this replay again. There's the strip. Did it at one end, did it at the other. Miles Gibson. And he is up to 25. He racks them up, doesn't he? He's a real weapon for the Jets. Here he is again. Deep two.
Just easy.
And I tell you the man who I reckon really recognises the game of Miles Gibson, Corey Webster. Game recognises game.
Yep, 100%.
Webster's got no problems in feeding Miles Gibson all night long. Thompson from the corner. Misses everything. That's come off. Oh, I thought it came off Kenny Goins. Must have been Taylor Zanna reaching through. Maybe Jet Thompson. Dante Rousseau-Nance.
Yeah, great pass.
Dare I say it. Look out. There he is again. Miles Gibson.
That's what happens when you try and get into press action and double that quickly.
Just all by himself.
You're just creating offense for the Jets, so that's what happened. Quick pass out.
Stepping through some points in the last quarter here for Chris Jones. He moves up to 8. Webster now feeling it. Goins floating through. Rebound Jones. And a foul, Dante Rousseau-Nance. And I like this from Dante Rousseau-Nance. You didn't see that, but we saw it. He was looking straight over at us and giving us the signal. I'll tell you what happened off the back of that foul, and it was just slight contact. The contact was there, and the call was right, but Chris Jones wanted to argue the point with the... Got the whistle, mind you, but wanted to argue the point with the officials, and Dante Rousseau-Nance just gave him the double cry signal, didn't he? The crybaby signal. So I know you didn't see that on TV, but that's what played out right in front of us. Just a little bit of niggle. We'll keep an eye on that. Cruz Perro Hunt up high off the glass.
Nice quick ball reversal and a quick drive, and that opens up lane. So nice layup there for Cruz Perro Hunt.
Webster sends it down inside. Miller Jose with authority. Absolutely hammers that home. He might be the find of the season right now. Isaac Miller Jose, the Kiwis back in town, and
Jets in their chin offense there, running it. 2 on balls at the top, and then Miller Jose that short roll again, and again Corey Webster finding him. Great pass.
Miller Jose he just does not know how to slam the ball down softly, does he? Oh, here we go. This is what we were talking about with Dante Rousseau-Nance. There you go. Now he's looking at us there. He's looking straight at us doing that. You can't see us sitting in the background. But that all happened off that foul call. And the foul was called. So Chris Jones wanted to go on and argue about it. The ball was his. And Dante Russo-Nance gave him the old crybaby.
There's a crying emoji there.
Look at this. Who's your game MVP? Isaac Miller-Jose, 37%. I like this. He's up to a career-high 20 points tonight, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals.
He's an intelligent player, and he has so many things to his game because he knows where to go, he knows where to be, you know, off those on balls, and he knows what pass to make.
Well, the Jets are going to win their 3rd straight game here, you would think, and those 3 wins have all come with Isaac Miller-Jose into the starting lineup. So credit where credit's due to Tony Webster, the coach, bringing Eric Williams, the import, off the bench, putting Miller-Jose, this man right here, into the starting lineup, and it's worked.
Yeah.
Another turnover for the Phi. Webster, quick release. That's his 5th triple of the night, Corey Webster.
Yeah, they're up to 96 points, the Jets.
Let's not forget the Phi, the best defense in the competition, holding teams to 77. Foul there is going to put Cruz Pero Hunt to the Chemist Warehouse for 3.
We haven't seen Carter Hopoi this quarter, and from what I understand, I think he's carrying a leg injury, a calf injury.
Well, he's only played 12.5 minutes tonight, Carter Hopoi. Hasn't scored, has not put his shot up.
He had that calf strapped at the start of the game, so...
Well, the Phi have got a couple of supporters in the crowd tonight. Good to see. They've travelled for the game. Yeah, Carter Hopoi averages 12.5 points a game, so he hasn't even put a shot up tonight. So clearly something not right there. And the Phi do have a game coming up on Saturday. They travel north from here to take on the Airs. Of course, the Airs coming off that thrilling win over the Tuatara. There's the MVP at the moment. The vote QR code on screen for you. Tell us who you think is tonight's game MVP. And Isaac Miller-Jose getting the vote right now, 42%. Webster, short. Oh, that won't count. Jumped up and hit the shot clock above the backboard. That's why that won't count. Mind you, he just finds a way for the ball to go in, doesn't he?
Punch screen here.
Boucher playing more minutes tonight with Hopoi sitting. Jones. That's tough in the end. Somehow found Boucher through hands. Ends up with their shooter, Pero Hunt. That's short. Jones gets it back. He's got 1 to shoot. He doesn't know it. Pero Hunt, did he get it off in time? He did. Doesn't matter. Miller-Jose, another rebound. Russo-Nance just brushing past. Boucher with the foul.
Really good, Dante now. Russo-Nance just really smart at using his offhand.
Well, he signaled it to the referee as well, didn't he? He said to the referee, I'm trying to slap this hand away because he's right in my hip.
So he's really, really clever.
He brings it in off the baseline here. Got to get it in, and he does. In the hands of Webster now. Shot clock at 8. Slips it in to Goins. That'll be short on the shot. Just over 5 to play. Jets by 22, and they want more. Denham Brook's been deadly from 3 tonight. Is that his 5th triple, Denham Brook? It is. He's 5 of 6 for his 15 points. Gibson. Everyone just clears out and lets Miles Gibson go to work, and that's right.
He's got one of the prettiest jump shots.
I reckon he is the best turnaround jump shooter in the competition. Kenny Collins says not tonight, not in my house. nights at both ends of the floor for the Jets, and this crowd are loving it. Look at this, GJ Gardner's replay. Sean Bairstow didn't even know Twinkle Toes was coming. The Phi go again. Bazan, the three, deep. The run of Miller Jones. He just takes them all on Isaac. And the putback. Just cleans up his own effort. Well, we spoke about his pace earlier, didn't we, Natu? He's deceptively quick. Bazan on Webster, deep two.
That's no good.
Don't tell me, Denham Brook, he's already hit 5 triples tonight. Jet Thompson on the drive, Kenny Coins. If not in my house, number one wasn't good enough. He backs it up with another slap. And he's proven to be a really tough defensive customer, isn't he, this season, Kenny Goins? He anchors the middle for the Jets.
It shows, they've been their games earlier on in the season. Goins was getting into foul trouble. Miller Jose was in foul trouble. I think when they clean that up, they're tough. They're going to be tough.
Well, they're tough right now. Not they're going to be tough. They're tough right now, this team. Kenny Goins has got 3 blocks, by the way. That foul goes on Corey Webster. No one in any real foul trouble of that. That might be Webster's 4th. It is. Yeah. So he's the only one to keep an eye on here.
When they get this win, they got the Panthers on Saturday.
Well, you'd think they'll get the Panthers. It'd be a major shock if they don't.
Yeah, that consolidates their top 6 position,
I mean, if you thought the Sharks beating the Bulls by 43 was a shock, if the Panthers come here on Saturday and beat the Jets, that is a complete shock.
Not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. Bazan converts, and then they've got the Giants here. And although the Giants have got Cal McRae and this new import coming in, we believe tomorrow night, Jeremy Coombs, I just don't know from what I've seen from the Giants this season whether they can stop the offensive firepower of this Jets team.
Yeah, they're on a roll. When teams get on a roll, it's really hard to stop that momentum. There's that word for you.
Yeah, I love it. Yep. Well, you look at their starters tonight. Gibson 32, Webster 21, Miller Jose 20, Russo Nance 11, Goins with 10.
Yeah.
And they're at 100 with 3 minutes to go. Gibson on the drive. Turn around, there's that shot again. That was unlucky in the end. That looked bang on target, didn't it? Just collected the back of the rim. This is a team that has only played in 2 grand finals in all their years in the Sal's NBL, the Jets, and they lost both of them. They do not have any silverware in the cabinet. And there's just a real air of confidence right now. Russo Nance. Up and in. And that's what confidence does, Natu Tofele.
Yep.
102-79. Thompson. And an offensive foul. So it's turning to custard right now for the Phi. Really tough night for them, and they face the Airs next. Miller Jose up to 40% now.
He's our man.
Well, he came out and did it from the start as well, didn't he? Tatoko Wynyard onto the floor now for the Jets. They've got some real size, haven't they? Webster.
Start off in a horn set, and then Corey just...
Well, he's going to foul himself out here, I reckon, in a minute, Corey Webster. He wants to get off the floor. He was just almost signalling, call a foul so I can get out. He's done for the night, Corey. Another good night for him. He gets the applause from the crowd. 24 points for Corey Webster. 6 triples in the end. Dante Russo-Nance done for the night as well. Jets headed for a big victory. Bazant misses that. Wynyard with the rebound. And outside of Williams Jr., it's hello to the Sky Broadband Rapid League Jets. Manawatū, up he goes. He can't nail that. Thompson, Zana over Wynyard. A rare win tonight for Talib Zana. He's got 6 points, 3 of 9 shooting on the Chemist Warehouse stats. Tadapayese, speaking of rare misses, I think he nailed, what, 4 or 5 threes earlier tonight in the Rapid League. Bazant, tough shot. Tadapayese, they're on the run. They got plenty of those, the Jets. Madam Benadzat. Wynyard. Lots of hands in there, no whistles. And this crowd is enjoying everything right now here in Palmerston North. Good hand, Zana ends up with Madam Benadzat. He can't score. 60 seconds to play. Bazant gets one to go. Foul there, leaning in Mike Wade.
Looks like offense has won the night, offense over defense.
Well, you called it.
Yeah.
You said it would. And it has. Been very impressive, haven't they, their last 3 games at home. And really before that, they only lost to the Saints by 1. So they are definitely one of the informed teams in the Sal's NBL right now, the property brokers Manawatū Jets. Xavier Pern. Called for the travel.
It's actually Hikaya Lambert.
Sorry, it is Hikaya Lambert. I take that back. My mistake. Good to see Hikaya Lambert out there. There's the replay. A couple of slaps in there. Got called for the travel, Hikaya Lambert. Jet Thompson at the other end will head to the stripe. Coming up tomorrow in the Sal's NBL, Anzac Day, lest we forget. Afternoon game between the Hawks and the Bulls. You can join Andrew Mulligan and Casey Frank for that one. And then tomorrow night, Kaysen Bookman will be joining me for the Sharks and the Giants. And the Sharks in a bit of form right now.
Yeah.
I think they'll get a big crowd there tomorrow night, coming off those 2 wins on the North Island last week against the Phi and the Bulls. I think the Shark Tank will be pretty loud and wild, which is always a danger for the opposition.
Yeah, it is a tough place to play. Giants will have, you know, Cal McRae and an import, so...
Yep. Tadapayese. He heads to BNZ player timeout here. The Phi are going to advance the ball. So margin of 22, BNZ player timeout, and here's your chance to scan that QR code, fill in your details, and you could be off to the Sal's NBL this season with some tickets. With thanks to BNZ and the BNZ Ticket to the Big Game. Wonderful program. Well, Enter the Sandman playing in the background. The Jets have put the Phi to sleep tonight. They have dominated this one from the outset. Turnover, maybe? No. Level. And that's a shot clock violation. So 0.8 to play. Not sure if the Jets will do much with this. They may look at one late basket. Every point counts, of course. Dante Russo-Nance, one of the stars tonight. Tadapayese, that block will get recorded for Jet Thompson. And that'll do us. So this is a team in form right now, the Manawatū Jets. They've won their last 3 at home. They move to 6-4 on the season. They jump up to 5th on the ladder tonight. The Whai now dropped to 6th. They've lost their last 2. But let's talk about the team in green, Natu.
Yeah, they've got some momentum going, and the momentum is through the chemistry. You know, I like how Tony Webster has settled on his starters and the rotations from his bench, and the fact that, you know, that they've got a rhythm. They're in a rhythm now, and it's when teams are in rhythms, it's pretty hard to stop them, break those rhythms. And they got the Panthers this weekend, which should be
less than 48 hours time. Less than 48 hours time. Players just coming past and shaking hands with us. Isaac Miller-Jose, 39% of the vote tonight, according to the viewers at home.
Yeah.
He is the game MVP, and hard to argue that. He came out and made a statement early, and he's got a career high 20 points tonight, 9 of 14 shooting, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and he was involved in everything. Chemist Warehouse stats.
Points.
Miles Gibson, man, he just racks them 32. Up, doesn't he?
He's him and Corey Webster, that tandem scoring pair for the Jets. You know, they did it again tonight, 32 and 24 respectively. Miller-Jose had 20.
There's a couple of the stars coming over to say good day to us at the moment.
Cruz Perrott had 18.
Really good win for the Jets tonight. Miller-Jose, game MVP. It's they get around quickly, don't they? You can see him coming past and giving us high fives, and you got to love this. They get around the kids as well. And Sada Paese tonight became the first player in Sky Broadband Rapid League history to go past 300 points.
Look at the rebounds. We'll look at the rebounds. 9 for the Jets. Webster was 6. Miller-Jose was 6. To the Whai, Zana had 9. Boucher had 7. Dan Brook had 6. Cruz Perrott, Hunt and Jones had 5 apiece.
Just so much joy in this place right now. Just looking around as you go through these stats, just the joy, quite incredible. Sorry, Natu.
Assists, Corey Webster had 8, and so did Russo Nance. Miller-Jose with 3, Goins with 2, Collins with 1. For the Whai, Chris Jones had 9 assists. Jada Bazette and Jet Thompson both had 3, and Cruz Perrott had 1. Maybe the blocks. Kenny Goins had 3 massive blocks. Yeah. Corey Webster with 1. And Denham Brook, Bazant, Thompson and Boucher all had 1.
Look at that. Dante Russo-Nance with 6 steals tonight. How about that? A couple for Miller-Jose as well. Look, I know there's a long way to go. Stats, of course, with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Benny the Bear and the fans. All smiles at the moment, isn't it, at the hangar. I know there's a long way to go. And you've got to be careful not to get too carried away, because things can change quickly. Form, injuries, momentum, there's my favourite word. So let's not get too carried away. But they've just won 3 in a row at home. They've got the Panthers and Giants coming up in this house, on this court. If there's any team that takes the Jets lightly this season, I'm telling you now, you're going to pay dearly. This is a team, they are no longer pretenders. This is not a team that is pretending in 2025. Mark my words, with what we've seen in the last few weeks, they've taken down the Airs, the Hawks and the Whai. No longer are the property brokers Manawatū Jets pretenders. They are contenders. Yes. Mark it down and take them seriously. They can go all the way this season.
They can, and they stay healthy, especially those the key players that Dante Russo-Nance, Corey Webster, and Miles Gibson. If those guys stay healthy, look out,
Hope you've enjoyed it tonight. The kids have had some fun as well. The players are straight over to meet them. Here's what's coming up in the NZNBL. I've mentioned it a few times tonight. Anzac Day tomorrow, lest we forget. A big day for so many people, and our thanks to so many before us. The Hawks and the Bulls, the afternoon game, and the Sharks and the Giants from the Shark Tank tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to that one. Saturday, a triple header. The Jets and the Panthers, followed by the Tuatara and the Rams. And then not on your screen, the Airs and the Fi play on Saturday night. 2 games on Sunday, Saints and the Hawks with the afternoon game, Nuggets and the Giants with the evening game. But right now, get your green on, folks. The Jets get home by 22. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for more Cells NBL tomorrow afternoon.